everyone, I'm Jen. A question I get asked frequently is what to expect on my first time going to a Mysore style yoga practice. Starting a Mysore practice can be really intimidating because the first time you do it, you walk into this room and everybody already knows what they're doing and everybody's doing something different, and it can be warm and it can smell kind of funny, and it's really hard to know what to expect. So the most important thing, and often the hardest thing to do, is to just show up. And ideally, when you're practicing Mysore style traditionally, you are showing up 5 to 6 times a week. You do not want to show up on moon days, and there's normally a rest day scheduled into the Mysore schedule as well, but you want to show up 5 or 6 times a week. You want to show up if you're sore, or if you're tired, or you're stressed, you still show up. You do also want to ask for help. So if you don't know what to do, or if you don't know what to do next, or something hurts, you want to ask your teacher. It's okay to ask for help. You can rest when you need to rest. So if you're getting really tired, it's okay to take a rest position like child's pose, or maybe spend a few extra breaths in something like downward facing dog. You also want to introduce yourself to the teacher and let the teacher know if you have an injury or if you're pregnant or anything else is going on. You want to shower before you come into class, which maybe seems a little counterintuitive. Like, why would you shower before you go into a sweaty yoga class? Because you want to smell good for yourself and for the people around you. You also want to wear clean clothing, of course. No shoes, no socks. And I prefer when my students wear clothing that is fitted so I can see what their actual body is doing instead of just seeing baggy clothes hanging around. After practice, you always want to air out your mat so that it doesn't start to smell bad, because if you sweat on your mat and you roll it up after practice, it just grows bacteria and it's really nasty, and then it starts to smell bad. So don't let that happen to your mat. And one of the great things about a Mysore practice is that you can go at your own pace. So don't worry about how fast the people around you are going. It's one of the beauties of it is that you can move with your own breath. Okay, so what not to do the first time you go into a Mysore style practice. You don't want to eat before you go in. I like to go in with a basically empty belly, but if you need to eat a little something beforehand, just give yourself at least an hour or so to start to digest it. You do not want to wear perfume or cologne or anything with a really strong scent, because in Ashtanga, we inhale and we exhale through our nose, and if you're wearing a strong scent, it can just affect the breathing of the people around you. What else? You don't need to worry about memorizing the sequence before the first time you come in. I mean, you can practice it a little bit and study it a little bit, but the teacher's there to help you, so you don't have to worry about that before you start. Don't be intimidated. Everyone started as a beginner. Everybody was in your shoes at some point. It's okay. It gets easier. Don't worry about being late. Come in based on the time that you need to leave. So if you know you need to get to work by 9 and you want to run home and shower, or you know that you have a little bit of a commute and you need an hour to get to work, just make sure you leave yourself enough time to practice so that you can leave by 8. Easy peasy. And then finally, don't compare yourself to others. It's about you. It's about your own practice and your own transformation and your own journey. So what's going on around you doesn't have to affect you. But do start. So check out local Mysore classes and Ashtanga classes near you and get to it.